Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Jokers Us Gaming is proud to present to you some MLB The Show of 24 with some more Blue Jays baseball. Today, the Blue Jays will be taking on one of their East rivals, the Baltimore Orioles. Blue Jays have a 88-20 record, while the Baltimore is only at 52-55 record. This is the second game of the three-game series. Blue Jays won the first game. So with that, we'll see who our pitchers are now. The pitchers will be known as follows. For the Baltimore Orioles, who's going to try to tie this series up, it'll be Grayson Rodriguez with a 5-8 record of an ERA of 5.15. But he'll have a tough battle here, as it'll be Kevin Gausman. Gausman has an 11-2 record with an ERA of 3.98. Now we will go to the thing. This will be at Orioles Park at Canyon Yards. Partly cloudy day. Let's see if there will be any changes. Yeah. You know what? I'll take Luis Gurriel and put in him. I'm going to try something here. So that'll be a little bit of a change there. And I wasn't originally going to do it, but now I am. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's what I will go with today. So there is today's lineup between the Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. In a moment, we'll have Joe and Chris to call most of the action between these two AL East clubs. Boys, take it away.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shaw. Brandon Bell, he's home for 5 straight games. So partner, some can't-miss at-bats coming our way from him.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because watching him in batting practice, he was trying to keep the ball in the ballpark, hitting line drives the other way. So many times those home runs are mistakes, and I think he'd probably say half the home runs he's hit lately have been mistakes because he's just trying to go gap to gap.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. First pitch moments away. Starting on the mound in this one, Grayson Rodriguez. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this, every player wants to perform well in front of their fans, in front of the city, and you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers, they haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Xander Bogaerts in the box now, no balls and a strike.
Good pitch by Grayson now.
First pitch, 6:35. The pitch. That gets by you.
And the Jays have their first baseman of the game.
There's nothing cheap about the way he got down to do
On the second hit.
didn't get under him like he would like, but definitely put a good swing on that.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. down. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
pitch that can bump you a little bit. Looks like a fastball in the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Right-hander deals. Foul ball still 0-2. And the pitch. Good job to fight that one.
That would have got the corner.
Nobody out. Runner on first. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Time, and it finishes.
Got him to chase, apparently, but the umpire's call. You might disagree on that one, but the umpire has the final say.
There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. And now it goes all the way to the wall. Headed for the plate. The throw is line. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
Well done, drives in the run. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
That would be Bo's 41st double of the year and an RBI for today.
Runner at second. Up to the plate. It's
For him,
homered last night. And another hit as well. First pitch misses.
he thought about it, but lays off for a ball.
One run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series.
Always gotta be careful with him.
Swings through that. Wow, good luck catching up to that ball. Kicks and fires.
Good pitch.
Any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit.
Oh, had the distance, but luckily foul for Baltimore. Oh, got him to chase, apparently, as the umpire has said. Once again, a questionable call at home plate.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
A little out front there as he swings through. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Gets him to chase after that.
The hitter already chasing the nasty slider. Now, you just want to expand the zone. Get a swing and miss. Get through this at the ball.
That's to third. And foul.
Just foul. Good thing Bo would have scored there.
Kicks and deals. Ground ball left side. And that's just foul.
They're really running up the pitch count this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball.
Foul ball and stays 0-2.
Goes opposite field, but fouls.
2 outs. And one in scoring position. They limit the damage here. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here with my pal Siggy. the mound in this one, Kevin Gossett. Singy's looking at a nice little milestone here.
Well, he's been sitting on 99 career wins. I think he's got it in him for 100 today. Excited to be in the chair and watch him work.
In there for a strike. 2-2. Ripped to third and caught. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And something they've talked about needing to improve on moving forward is their ability to apply consistent pressure, Chris. Right now, it's not a club that gets on base enough.
And sometimes, Boone, you just need a hitter to go in there and grind out at a bat, maybe have 11, 12 pitches, and all of a sudden players get fired up in the dugout, and they want to do the same thing, and before you know it, you start to get base runners on, and you get a big hit, and all of a sudden you ride that wave for a base and go on a winning streak. That's something they definitely can use. Man, he smoked that fastball. It's all over. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to ball. Maybe next time off, we'll find the hole.
The first out was caught by Rafael Devers, while the second out was caught by Kevin Kiermaier. And Baltimore has their first base runner of the game.
Off the first with 2 away. Well, almost got it. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hit 10 straight.
Yeah, on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything is doing right now. This seems to be good.
Colton Cowser in the box now. Takes strike 1. Offside low. Get it to 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Squeezes it. And the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. And it remains 1-0.
Great snag by Kevin Kiermaier in the outfield. An easy snag at that to boot.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's the Bar Show. And he deals. Flips the corner. Long. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, even the wider zone than most, I'd say. Wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter. You just got to spin it when you're looking for it. Cover both sides. The stuff pitchers have today, just to get a lot of success.
And another call, they said he went.
3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Wouldn't chase that time. Chris, the players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got pitched to his strengths, the hitter's got hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Rafael Devers flies out.
Kevin Kiermaier digs in now. And that one fouled off.
Kevin Kiermaier defensively has cost him 2 outs today.
2 outs. Out there to center.
That's going to drop in no man's land and put one of the dangerous runners of Toronto on base.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough. As a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way.
Kiermaier on the go. That's it for a strike.
Pretty close play on that one. And perfect throw probably gets some. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. It could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Rip to third. Mateo sets to first. And the inning is over. Blue Jays held in check. They still lead at 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Anthony Santander at the plate. And here comes. That one lifted to left. One down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch, man. He's going to want that one back.
And down the center field, Cedric Mullins. Ready ball through there for a strike. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least swung it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
A big strikeout there by the Jays.
On the ground, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. They trail here, 1-0.
We go to the top of the third. Jays up 1-0, as John has said.
On to the third inning. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. Rodriguez back to work. Swing and a
Top of the order, man. Hits it deep, high.
Balls it in, and there's 1 away.
Too much hang time.
Over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fall foul. Vladdy measures 6 feet 2 inches. Batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. Now a high fly ball out to left center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, bases empty. And down for the Jays, Bichette. Out towards right center field. Mullins in pursuit. Brings it in. That is that.
And that's a quick exit to the inning for the Blue Jays.
As we go to the last of the third. And into the box for Baltimore. Kyle Stowers swings through that one out in front that time. Field 2. That one the other way. It's a hit. And a ball on the lead on single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man on first base.
So the lineup flips over. Here's your Orioles leadoff hitter, Jorge Mateo. Lifted in the air, right center field. Gurriel handles the chance. There's 1 down.
So the runner will go back to first.
And now it's Austin Hayes. Out to short. Dives, but it picks off as a low. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's
Bo
Handler
couldn't
Bushman.
pin that down.
Decides to attack him now. This guy at the plate has been great under pressure this year.
And for the
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball.
for another inning.
Expect many pitches up in the zone.
Baltimore has a man in scoring position. Oh, that looks like trouble. It is. And that will score the tying run and put men on second and third. On that ground rule double. Jays think about it and choose to force bases loaded. Will the defensive move pay off for the Jays?
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there. That one misses. That's ball one. Put away all that pitch down. Right-hander kick steals. Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Tied up here in the early going. Next offering is downstairs. Here comes a pitch. Steal 2-2 after the foul ball.
Early on that fastball, the pitcher taking it down. Speed pitch on this next one.
The 2-2.
That's hit high.
Center field.
Could be deep enough.
Drops into the glove.
And the runner takes a chance, and because of the off throw, Baltimore has taken the lead for the first time in today's game.
First and second with 2 outs. Now it's right fielder Anthony Santander. Next pitch is outside. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Here in the last half of the third. And a swing and a miss. And he hits a ground ball right side. Bogarts with the throw first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Orioles 2 and the Blue Jays 1. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the DH, Brandon Bell.
One of the most dangerous men for the Jays at the plate. He has currently 57 home runs this season.
Have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come with weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. They can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And he got him swinging for the second time today.
Pretty simple in terms of putting away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect the bat. Right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is foul that off.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Unfortunately, he did not foul that off.
And there's a foul ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. Just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Fly ball down the line. Santander in pursuit. Pulls it down. It's 2 gone.
Baltimore keeping the Jays in check here with that 1-run lead.
For the Blue Jays. Gathers and throws to first.
Good recovery to get the out.
No runs, no hits, no errors. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Orioles 2. Bottom of the 4th and into the box for Baltimore. Cedric Mullins. Hit hard, foul to the left.
Jeremiah could risk the dive, but chose not to. Beautiful double play. John, beautiful double play indeed.
We go to the top of the fifth. It's Rafael Devers in the box. Line of the pitch.
Well, these Jays, just lacking discipline at the plate this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well today.
Santander drifts towards it.
And he is under it.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had a beaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Here's Kiermaier now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the air out towards right center. Sizing this one.
Looks like too much hang time, and it is. We go back to the top of the order, man. And Zach Borgog. Oh, no, sorry, never mind. Ninth batter. Danny Jansen.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, I want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Danny Jansen's at 39 home runs this season, looking for home run number 40 maybe, which would tie this game.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field.
Fortunately, that's not going to do it. And Baltimore again holds the Jays defensively. And the 1-2 joker.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there on top of it. They're producing more than a hit per inning.
Bounce down to short. Bichette moves it to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
And as the stats say, Montoya fails to get Kevin Gausman. He is 1-11 now in his career.
That one ripped. Takes it in for the out.
All those numbers mean this offense is really
Good run down by Kiermaier.
anything can happen.
2 outs, base 7. Next to hit, Adley Rutschman. First pitch just misses.
Having Rushman, of course, one of the few switch-hitting catches in the league.
2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled away.
Actually, I think he is the only switch-hitting catcher. to my knowledge, in the MLB.
Battling here as he fouls it away. At the belt fires. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Orioles held in check there as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Xander Bogaerts. As he turns on the rubber, then good looking arm delivers. In the air, center field. Makes the catch for the out. Now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's towards center. Mullins settles under. Dabs it. And there are two down. The batter will be the shortstop, Bobashek. And first offering is fouled off.
Jays look like they'll have another quick inning out of
2 outs.
offensively.
Foul off left side.
Those the shit, trying not to have that happen.
Righty to the plate. In the air, right field.
Fortunately, it's hit right to the right fielder.
Nothing doing here this half to the bottom of the sixth. Going on bottom 6. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Pitch. Rip to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And a quick out number 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Very well.
Cowser at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. In there at the knees.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in at 1-2 count. Right there at the plate, you gotta look off in the zone and spin underneath goes down.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because they could be low.
One down, base is empty. He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Santander, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. With 2 down. Now fly ball right center. Kiermaier trying to get there. Makes the catch, inning over.
What a run by Kiermaier to get that third and final out. So we go to the 7th inning with the Jays down by 1 in a 2-1 score with Baltimore leading.
Back now in the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. And now, Brandon Bell.
Brandon Bell has struck out twice today, one of the most dangerous hitters for the Blue Jays on the roster.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync.
Chases one way outside the zone.
Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Craig Kimbrell up at the roll.
This might be the last inning for Rodriguez.
One chase that time.
It's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what it is.
Gets him to chase another one outside the zone.
With their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Nothing has been in the zone yet to Brandon Belt. Oh, he gets the corner and he is struck out for the 3rd time today. And he is not happy. But a great pitch by Rodriguez gets the corner. The look of Brandon Belt is, he is disgusted. Wow, what a pitch.
you up to hit. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. In the air out to center. Mullins settles under. Brings it in. And that's the third out.
We go to the bottom of the seventh. Baltimore up 2-1.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins, the center fielder. And a pitch. Flopper to
Oh, baby! And that increases the lead for Baltimore. Smack to right center. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's one down. Up next for Detroit. So up next, the Pride Scouters. High fly ball out to center field. Kiermaier moving under it. Puts it away for the out. So the batting order turns over. Jorge Mateo now. And one finds the zone. That's strike one. Swing and it's popped straight up. Jansen settles under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Danny Coulombe.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got.
Pitch. And a foul ball.
Danny Coulombe has a 5-1 record against Rafael Devers. Surprised the Jays did not change him. But Mullins chases it down to get the big out.
he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Mateo. First, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Score holds. It's 3-1. On the bottom of the eighth, leading off, Austin Hayes. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Got going too soon at strike two. So he's back out to begin the eighth. A really nice outing for him so far, Siggy.
He's run the ball really well. Kept hitters on balance. He's been very efficient with that pitch count. At this point, even though it's been relatively low, he's starting to keep an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't take an injury or something.
Adding with one down, takes a strike. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
And with Gunnar Henderson coming up, here comes the skipper to have a lefty versus lefty matchup with Aaron Luke coming out from the bullpen.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Aaron Luke, number 29.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing team did that to me.
It is a good move when it's Gunnar Henderson who's on that hitting streak going.
2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning.
He's already extended his hitting streak to 10 in today's game. Jay's trying to keep the score.
In the air to left center. That ends the inning.
Well, it is, and they do. So the Jays need 2 runs to tie in the ninth. They're down 3-1. 19-game winning streak is on the line. And with that, here comes their closer. Looking to get the save. Baltimore fans cheering their pitcher.
Bautista takes over on the mound.
This will be Batista's 18th save attempt of the season.
Xander Bogaerts now, 1 for 3. Back now, so it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Austin Wells.
Well, last chance for him here, but he can be a catalyst for some type of ninth inning comeback.
Pitch. Called a foul.
So the Jays, with Felix Bautista up, the right-hand pitcher, they have elected to do a pinch hitter with Austin Wells, the former Yankee who was traded to the Blue Jays earlier this season. Broken bat, not gonna help.
He's 2 outs away. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now move being made for a pinch hitter. Joey Votto, 1 out, the base is empty. Out towards right center field. Sizes this one up.
And Ball fails to get on base, so the Jays are down to their final out. And it's going to be up to Bo Bichette to try to get on base for their dangerous hitter who struck it out 3 times, Brandon Belt on deck. Can Bo get on base?
This one in the air right field.
Righty chases it, and Bo does his job, and the tying run with the dangerous hair of Blue Jays. Oh, Brandon Belt is up.
really didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out.
Brandon Belt has 0-3. He has struck out all 3 times.
You just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
This would be a clutch moment for the Blue Jays to tie this up. That's hit well over the head. And George Springer will come in for a pitch runner. And here comes Show Me a Tommy for his very first plate appearance as a Blue Jay. He's pitched a couple of games for them, but this one will be his very first plate appearance, the lefty versus righty. Felix looks like he's trying to pitch away from him. 0-2. Tommy doesn't let it go by. He swings but fouls it off. Tying run at second. Oh, Tommy has popped up and the 19-game win streak comes to an end. And the Baltimore Orioles win this one to tie this series at 1 game apiece against their rivals, the Toronto Blue Jays. Felix Bautista will get his 18th save, while Grayson Rodriguez gets his 6th win of the season, and Kevin Gausman, who is sitting on 99 wins as a Blue Jay, gets his 3rd loss of the season. Jays did have a chance in the 9th, but failed to score. No rolls for the Blue Jays was Bo Bichette, who did get on base, finishing his day 2 for 4. Kevin Gausman, he goes 1-3. Zach Bullock goes 1-3, and Show Me Tommy came in as a pitch hitter and unfortunately did not come through to give the Baltimore Orioles the win, with Baltimore's notables being Cedric Mullins going 2 for 3 with a home run today, his 11th of the season. He got an RBI out of that. Rushman, the switch hitting catcher, goes 2 for 4 with a double today and an RBI. Kyle Swantz goes 1-3. And Gunnar Henson increases his hitting streak to 10 games, finishing the day 1-3 with an intentional walk. The player of the game has to go to the pitcher himself from Baltimore, Grayson Rodriguez. Rodriguez, like I said, gets his 6th win and has his record now 6-8. While Kevin Gausman gets the loss and goes 11-3. Bautista, as I said, gets his 18th save of the year and helps Baltimore tie this series against their rivals, the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, I want to thank John and Chris for helping call the action with yours truly, the one true Joker from Joker's Us Gaming. on YouTube here. This has been a MLB The Show 24 season game of Blue Jays baseball, where the Blue Jays lose this one 3-1. We'll see you next time on the show. Until then, this is the 1-2 Joker officially signing out.